Someone who doesn't seem to care that human beings are being sent to war, that people's sons and daughters, his kids aren't going.
Right. No.
We voted in a Muslim mayor to New York City 2 months ago, and we've had the first Muslim terrorist attack on white Christians outside the mayor's home. He is basically sponsoring and influencing and telling these people, go out and declare jihad. By not condemning it, he's basically saying more jihads against Christians like Jake Lang. And it's
what quality of ship? Excellent, sir. Top of the line. I said, why did we just capture the ship? We could have used it. Why did we sink them? They said, it's more fun to sink them. I said, that's a...
So with the Iran war winding down, Trump's been talking about how America and Israel handled the threats, but there's still some loose ends like Iran messing with oil tankers in the Strait of Hormuz. That's a key shipping route for global oil, and if Iran starts hitting tankers, it could spike prices and hurt everyday people. Trump comes out strong in this press conference saying if they do anything, the price they'll pay will be incalculable. Basically, they'll regret it big time. He's all about keeping the straits open and flowing. No nonsense.
Go alongside of them for protection. We don't think it'll be necessary if it is. And if they do anything, the price will be incalculable. It will be so great that they will have wished they never did it, because you have to keep the straits flowing. With all of that, it affects other countries much more than it does the United States. It doesn't really affect us. We have so much oil. We have tremendous oil and gas, much more than we need. We have Venezuela now as our new partner, great partner. They've worked out so wonderful. We're working with the administration, the president, and it's a massive source of oil, gas, everything.
Trump's clear mess with the tankers, and Iran will wish they hadn't. It's not just talk, he's already shown he backs it up with action. The left freaks out about endless war, but they're quiet on how Iran started this with missiles and threats. Same people who backed Biden's Ukraine spending without question now act like Trump's the warmonger. On The View, they're always going after Trump, and this time it's about the Iran war. Whoopi Goldberg is ranting that Trump's sending other people's kids to die but not his own. She even says put a gun in Barron Trump's hand and send him. She's talking about the casualties, saying we knew not to go into Afghanistan but did anyway, and now it's the same with Iran. Sunny Hostin agrees, and they make it sound like Trump doesn't care about lives. But the context is Trump ended the regime's threat fast, with fewer losses than past wars.
Basically, we are sending people in to lose their lives.
Yes.
Because we've seen how fighting goes. We knew we shouldn't have gone into Afghanistan. We knew that.
Right.
And they decided to do it anyway. So now we're in the same position with someone who doesn't seem to care that human beings are being sent to war, that people's sons and daughters. His kids aren't going.
Right. No.
So
Whoopi bringing up Barron is low, but that's how they roll. Make it personal to bash Trump. They act like he's heartless for defending America, but where was this outrage for Obama's drone strikes or Biden's Afghanistan mess? Lives lost there too, but no cause to send their kids. It's the same hypocrisy, hate Trump no matter what, even when he's winning. During the Iran war, US forces sank 46 Iranian ships, and Trump's talking about it in this presser. He's a little upset they didn't capture them instead because he says they were top-of-the-line quality and could have been useful. He asks why sink them, and the military guy says it's safer and more fun. Trump laughs it off, saying yeah, probably true. This comes after Iran tried to block shipping and attack, so sinking them was part of shutting that down.
Iran's drone and missile capability is being utterly demolished. The Navy is gone. It's all lying at the bottom of the ocean. 46 ships. Can you believe it? In fact, I got a little upset with our people. I said, what quality of ship? Excellent, sir. Top of the line. I said, why did we just capture the ship? We could have used it. Why did we sink them? They said, it's more fun to sink them. I said, they like sinking them better. They say it's safer to sink them. I guess it's probably true. But think of it. We knocked out 46, and actually took 3.5 days. Their terrorist leaders are gone. We're counting down the minutes until they will be gone. Think of it. We had leaders, and they're gone. Then we had new leaders, and they're gone. And now nobody has any idea who the people are that are going to be the head of the country. And
Trump's point about capturing the ships makes sense from a business angle, but the military knows sinking is safer in battle. It's funny how he puts it, but the left twists it to say he's not serious. They ignore how he ended the war quick with those moves, saving more lives in the long run. A reporter asked Trump about the Iran war. He called it very complete, but his defense secretary said, this is just the beginning. Trump says you could say both, meaning they've done a lot but there's cleanup left. It's after taking out leaders and sinking ships, so the main threat's gone, but they're making sure it stays that way.
Thank you. Mr. President, you've said the war is, quote, very complete, but your defense secretary says this is just the beginning. So which is it, and how long should Americans be prepared
Well, I think
for
you could
this war
say
to
it
last
both.
for?
It's the beginning of building a new country, but they have no Navy, they have no Air Force, they have no anti-aircraft equipment. It's all been blown up. They have no radar, they have no telecommunications, and they have no leadership. It's all gone. So, you could look at that statement. We could call it a tremendous success right now as we leave here. I could call it, or we could go further, and we're going to go further. But
this is about NYC politician Zohran Mamdani reacting to the anti-Islam protests where Jake Lang brought a pig and bombs were thrown. Mamdani calls Lang a white supremacist, but doesn't call the two Muslim men who threw the bombs terrorists. It's part of the bigger debate on how leaders label people. Lang's protest was provocative, but the violence came from the other side. The left often focuses on one part, ignoring the rest. Watch how it's presented, it shows the double standard in play.
It goes beyond political violence. This is religious violence, first and foremost. And second of all, what we need to understand is we voted in a Muslim mayor to New York City 2 months ago, and we've had the first Muslim terrorist attack on white Christians outside the mayor's home. People need to understand there's a correlation here. These things are connected. We are not safe in New York with Zohran Mamdani, the Muslim, as our mayor. He is, by his very ability to be there, he is basically sponsoring and influencing and telling these people, go out and declare jihad. By not condemning it, he's basically saying more jihads against Christians like Jake Lang. And it's